KULT Divinity Lost, and I love Silent Hill, and this is a marriage of two things that I have desperately loved. So having you three players come and join me for this ride is very, very exciting. Thank all of you who are watching, whether you're watching live or if you're catching up later on the video on demand, or if this is years from now and you're watching me on YouTube, what's up? There's a couple things we need to go through that we need to go over. We've been doing things behind the scenes before this start. One of the big things here at Gehenna Gaming we are all about is consent. Making sure that we are maximizing the amount of fun that people are having playing their games by formalizing the process of deciding what's okay and what's not okay. With KULT Divinity Lost, you need to do this for, I would say, every game or every campaign that you go through. I mean, I think it's important, especially with new people. And so we went through consent forms, and there was a list of things that we determined as a group were what we're calling red lines. I'm not going to go over those red lines. That's private. It was a conversation that we had through these forms behind the scenes, but we know what we're going to avoid. However, this is KULT Divinity Lost, and sometimes edges can be pushed, lines can be ridden by accident. So what we're going to do is something that I like to do for every Cult game. I take the KULT Divinity Lost safe word and I put a mechanic on it, meaning when someone invokes a safe word, it gives them complete control of the scene, just for a moment. When they use this safe word, it's when the player, not the character, but when the player feels uncomfortable. When the player feels uncomfortable, they say their word. I give them the wheel to this game. The scene can be rewound. You could fade to black. An NPC can take a completely different action. Things can change, and once the ship gets right set, I take the wheel back, and we just keep going on our merry way. This gives power to the players. It also makes people feel comfortable to say something. If I accidentally mention or cover a red line that we determined early on not to cover, we're only human, so this kind of stuff really helps. Question is, what is going to be that safe word? I'm going to leave it up to the players. What do you guys think? It could be anything. It could be something that's... I found safe words, it's important to have it non-related to the thing that you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, I always think of sea cucumber.
I like...
That's good. I was going to suggest
Turkish delight is also good. I think let's do Turkish delight.
I love that one. Oh, Sumar.
I know that's Mark's safe word.
Yeah, that is my safe word. Turkish delight. Sumar, you will forever be missed. For those that get that reference, you're welcome. So our safe word is going to be Turkish delight. So when you guys, as a player, if I touch on something that you found particularly uncomfortable, even if, to be honest, even if it's something that you thought would be okay, but just the way that I say it is just gross, you could take that safe word, say it, take control of the scene, and then we'll right set and just keep on moving. We'll all keep having fun. There's not going to be any fun ruined by using the safe word. In fact, we're enhancing the fun by using systems like this. This is probably, I feel like, the best way. So I'm going to remind myself, Turkish delight. The color of my Turkish delight is probably going to be pink. It's going to be pink. It's going to be powdered with sugar. The big one, though, not like those small little cheap Turkish delights, but the big thick guys. So when each one of you, if either one of you say it, hopefully we'll get through these 3 sessions without even using it. But if it happens, then I will put that Turkish delight right in my face hole, and you'll take control of the scene. So without further ado, let's begin with KULT Silent Hill. The rattling and the wheels are turning. The gears of the machines. You could hear it if you listen closely. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. It's the machines that move us through life. It's the lattice work of piping and gears that keep the world moving, keep the world moving away from you. Looking out the window of the train, you could see the world moving fairly quickly. All 3 of you are sitting on a train. You're sitting on a train for your own reasons. You have places that you're going toward, or maybe places that you're running away from. The machines allow you to move from one side to the other, from danger to safety, or perhaps from safety towards danger, depending on how well the machines run or who's actually running those machines. Let's find out who's sitting on this train. Nikki, you're here, right?
I am.
Nikki, what are you doing on this train? Or better yet, what do you feel as you're moving on this train?
Uneasy. I'm anxious. I'm trying to keep my cool, and I'm going through old pictures in my phone.
Old pictures? What kind of pictures are you looking for?
Different frat parties, just looking at my friends, thinking about how my life is going to change now. How I won't be able to look at them in the eye anymore.
Yeah, things never really were the same. Where are you going?
I'm going home to my parents' house.
Oh, that's nice. Your family. What does home represent to you?
Security, safety, and escape.
Let's hope this train makes it to its destination of security and safety. Skyler, where are you sitting on the train?
I'm sitting towards the back of the car, and I have my knees sort of up against the seat back in front of me.
Yeah, what a comfortable position. What a unique place. Where are you going towards? Where is this train taking you?
I'm also heading home. My family.
Yeah. Memories, right? Of what?
Before things got complicated, a safety blanket. And she's probably fidgeting a little with her necklace, spinning it around her fingers a bit. She thinks about home.
As you're moving closer towards home, you almost feel yourself picking up mannerisms. You ever notice when you're at your mom's house? Maybe I like to touch the side of the door in such a way that I normally don't do on a regular basis, because the door has like a peeling wood, or maybe start using words you never used when you were back in your own place. Old frustrations become far in the past. Simon, are you going home?
No, I am not, unfortunately. Home is not a place I can go back to, but I can go someplace that feels like home. At least there's some nice memories. Nostalgia, it's home for him.
And where's that?
We're going to say it is Montpellier, Vermont. There is a lovely crepe shop there, which he remembers quite fondly, spending the summers there with his family back when he was younger.
Yeah, it's Vermont's a nice place. Again, there's a running theme here. Going forward to go back to a place of safety and security, and to connect with a symbolic place of stability. There's an old lady on the train. She's reading a book with one of those big square magnifying glasses so that she can see the words better.
What book is it?
Stephen King's It.
Yeah, Simon will chuckle to himself after seeing the cover.
She starts packing her stuff in her bag, and it looks like she made the bag herself. Big quilt, one of those sling purses, and you can hear a screeching as the train slows and slows. Next stop, South Ashfield Station. The train rolls to a stop, and she gets up and looks at you, Nikki. Turns and looks over at Skyler. And then she looks at Simon and smiles.
Have a good trip, lady.
Safe travels. I'm home.
Oh, excellent. Well, enjoy the book. Not really a great ending, but enjoy it anyway.
It rarely ever is, my boy. Rarely ever is.
Should read different books.
My husband liked these books. I never cared for them. They're always too scary.
It's fair enough. In any case, you better shuffle along before the gates close.
She walks towards the open door and walks out. You can see a big sign on the platform outside, letting you know that you are in South Ashfield Station. You can see the South Ashfield Hospital just beyond. There's a plane flying high in the clouds between the sign and the hospital. The doors close. Machines begin turning. The wheels turn with those machines, and the train starts moving again. Faster and faster until it hits a regular speed. And it's just you three in the same car on a train leaving South Ashfield, going to God knows where.
I'll approach. I don't know. Out of Nikki and Skyler, which looks the most approachable? I'm seeing a leather jacket on Skyler. That seems kind of intimidating. But I don't know what is Nikki wearing in this case.
She's wearing Adidas sweatpants, tennis shoes, just a plain white tee, and a book bag.
How about Skyler?
And she has in AirPods.
Oh, so she doesn't even want to talk to anyone.
Skyler is a fairly eye-catching individual. She has red hair, pale green eyes. If you try to make eye contact, she'll smile at you. She just looks like she's trying to be comfortable, but she doesn't have headphones on or anything like that.
What type of beat am I getting from Nikki's like headphones? Just kind of scooting in a little bit closer. Is it like rock? Is it disco?
She has them in, but she's not playing anything. She's really just deep in thought.
Yeah.
What does Skyler and Nikki see when they're looking at Simon, sizing both of them up?
So Simon has a ducky shirt on with just this old like Walmart tee underneath. Very kind of just you saw this whole closing line at Walmart, just kind of in the third row, just past the old lady. It usually only comes out around 1 a.m. For like those late night shoppers. His nails are like bit down to the core, and there's some like bloody spots on his fingernails where he bit a little bit too deep into it. Kind of an inquisitive look about him. Thick frame glasses that kind of explode his eyes. And he's currently just kind of tapping on the back of Nikki's chair, not touching her, but just kind of giving enough of an oomph onto the chair to let her know that he wants her attention.
She looks up, quickly turns her phone over face down. Yes.
Yeah, I was. What aren't you listening to?
Oh, nothing. Care to sit down?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I figure as he looks over to Skyler, it's just us three anyway on this damn train. What time is it, GM? You're muted.
It's about 6 o'clock. You could see the sun kind of nearing towards the horizon.
6 a.m. or p.m.?
PM.
Oh, okay. Whew. Whew. Yeah.
time is moving forward, not backwards. It's getting towards the evening.
Yeah, he's looking over at Skyler. It's like, I guess we're all three of us just left on this train. I don't know. I thought maybe could chat, make it not completely awkward affair.
Yeah, okay. And Skylar will grab her small duffel and amble over to sit not next to you guys, but like probably across the aisle.
Well, hi. I am Simon Cartwright. Grew up in Boston. Spent some time in Vermont. Mostly family vacations and such. Visited Baltimore, Ripley's Believe It or Not. There was some fun times there. Yeah, that's I like reading. Didn't really complete school. Dropped out undergrad. But yeah, you guys go ahead.
Well, you can just call me Nikki. I'm from Alabama. So right now I'm studying at the University of Maryland.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Majoring in life.
So what is that? Like archaeology? Trying to think of any other liberal arts degrees.
Anthropology.
There we go. Yeah.
Literature.
Yeah.
Just majoring in the here and the now.
It's a good study.
Yeah. Not much prospects in the future, though.
Oh, I think that's all the future is the here and now.
I don't know. I think the future is actually really about the present, and the future has been tossed aside, and the past can't ever be left behind, and so the present is just this kind of moment that we wait on till the future comes and hits us.
Oh, you didn't say you studied philosophy.
I had a lot of time to read. It's just, you look on social media and all this stuff. It's just everything's moving so fast, trying to keep up with it. I find it hard sometimes too.
You're not on drugs right now, are you?
No, actually, I'm sober and drug free for about 5-6 years now.
Okay, all right.
You could feel the train starting to move a little faster than normal.
He'll like get up and how far away from like the head of the train?
You were probably 4 cars away from the front of the train.
Yeah. Is there a like intercom in this car?
There's no intercom. There's kind of an emergency
I don't know
rod that you can pull.
That crazy yet, but I'm just looking around like, are we supposed to be picking up speed?
Do you want to you want to kind of observe to kind of see what you see? Are you looking for something that'll give you an indication on whether or not this is a normal course of events?
I'd like to peek out the window to see if like we just left a curve in the track and if we just hit a straight, if that's why we're picking up speed.
Yeah, why don't you roll observe a situation for me? So plus perception. Roll both your d10s and add your perception score to that.
So 16 plus 1, 17.
Perfect. You get to ask 2 questions. And
are they the sort of questions that are listed or just whatever?
So you're looking at the player moves reference sheet that you all have had access to. I emailed that to you if you guys want to take a look at that. But you can ask any question you want. It doesn't have to be those lists of questions. Those are just examples.
There we go.
So you're looking out the window and you're trying to figure a couple of things out. There's a reason why you're looking out that window. And if there's any answer that observing the surroundings would give you, what kind of answer are you trying to glean here?
Is there a reason for us to suddenly be moving faster? And she's been on this train before. This isn't the first time she's gone home. Is this an unusual thing?
You do notice, you do know from your experience that you're right around Saratoga Tunnel, which goes right through Saratoga Peak in the Saratoga Mountains. So you're going to be going right through a tunnel. And typically this train tends to kind of pick up speed as kind of a part of a measure to make it through this tunnel for whatever reason. Maybe to knock debris over, you wouldn't know. And as you look out the window, you can definitely see you are near where it typically goes through the tunnel.
Okay. And then my next question would be, what should I be on the lookout for? I found the sheet.
Yeah, perfect. What should you be on the lookout for? Well, I guess maybe anything rattling off of the train, maybe anything that looks suspicious. Mechanically wise. Just like
cool.
If you're on a plane and you look out the window of a plane to see if there's anything wrong. Do you want to know what you see?
Yeah. Yes.
Nothing. Everything looks ship-shape and fine to you because you're not an engineer and the leverage that you have to actually see what's going on down there is not great.
Totally fair. She's just gonna settle back and go, we're just going through a tunnel. It always speeds up here.
All right. It just makes me nervous. I haven't been on a train in 10 years. I don't know. It's been a long time. It makes me nervous.
You've had a lot of time to read and you haven't been on a train in 10 years? What have you been? Have you just been in school for a long time?
Just personal time and such. Going from job to job. I just really haven't had the opportunity to be on a train. It's not something that's come up. Yeah. So what do you guys do?
Oh, I'm a bartender, and that's like what I am. It's just what I do. You know, I'm like looking for something else on the way, but yeah, I am a bartender.
And I guess you can just call me a professional student.
All right. Janitor, custodial services for me. So nothing big. I don't really know what I want to do. Yeah.
You feel the train rattle. Simon, can you do me a favor and roll your plus willpower to keep it together? Because this definitely does not feel normal to you. Nikki and Skyler, you're okay because you've been on trains before and this feels probably fairly normal.
I got a wonderful 8.
You got an 8. Okay. Well, you do me a favor and take 2 off of your stability.
Oh no.
And you just become slightly distracted.
Yeah, he's looking around. He's starting to bite his fingers again.
Dude, are you okay?
I haven't been on trains, it's a little claustrophobic. I don't know. I'm just not used to this. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make this an awkward moment. Can we focus on something else?
Okay. I go back to my phone. And I send out a tweet. I'm like, if I go missing, it's the dude with the ducks.
Immediately retweeted by like 4 people. Response with a emoji of a duck.
I feel like retweeting it as on Twitter myself.
The lights go out, and the train enters the tunnel, and the speed picks up, faster and faster. The lights come back on and off again. It's almost a strobe effect. The rattling comes from the ceiling and the floor, faster and faster. It feels like the train is suddenly in a free fall down a hole that goes to nowhere. I want all of you to roll to keep it together. Except for you, Simon.
Oh, okay. Good. We won't look at my dice.
We're all just going to get on your level.
Yay.
Is keep it together.
Yes, I'm
coolness?
sorry. Roll your plus willpower. So that's roll your 2d10s, add your willpower score to that.
21. Boom.
Listen.
17.
Listen, you both are as cool as cucumbers. This is normal. Nothing wrong here. The train is going upwards of 200 miles an hour. It's to the point where it's almost distracting and things are moving across the floor. But the two of you are holding tight like this is just an everyday occurrence. Simon, how does that make you feel?
Oh, no. This brings him back to when his dad used to force him on roller coasters, and he hates roller coasters. It's too stressful. He's scared of heights, everything. His vision goes black, and he reaches out his hand for whichever of these two are the closest to just kind of grab their hand or their shoulder, and just like he did with his dad, like he's just applying all that stress into that fist, that pressure against him. Yeah, he's not doing well.
So what do you do, either Skyler or Nikki? Yeah, I imagine that he just kind of goes out and kind of grabs both. Who
Yeah.
What do you do in reaction to that when a stranger like that you just met grabs you in a panic as a normal train is doing normal things?
I draw back because I'm like, dude, if you try something, I promise I will hit you right in your throat.
Yeah, Skylar goes, the fuck, man? She doesn't she saw that he was having a hard time, so she doesn't pull away, but she's like, this is not what normal people do in normal situations.
I can't breathe. I'm sorry. God.
Okay, just sit down, put your head between your legs, and breathe. And I've
It's
got
so
some
dark.
water.
How do you guys see anything? I feel like my vision's going black. Oh God.
Hey, breathe. And she pulls out like a water bottle and just breathe. Lets you have some water.
Yeah, he'll take a drink of it and wipe his lips. Oh, God. Oh man.
The train starts moving faster and the lights start getting dimmer as you see flashes on the outside. Flashes of color, of red, of orange.
Oh, man.
There's an emergency light that turns on at the ceiling of the train car, and everything turns red, bright red, like blood.
Is that normal? It shouldn't be doing that, right? Is that something that should be happening?
I'm sure it's under control.
When Inhumans...
That's fine. Are you good?
No, I'm not. I feel like
You seem like you need something more than water.
I just, my heart's beating. When in human society has red ever been a good thing? It's usually the sign of danger or stop or it's an emergency. It's never something you run to. I'm not doing well right now. I feel very small.
Can you take that shit over there then? And I point to an empty seat like across.
He'll get up and just get onto the other side and sit down, putting his head against the window.
As you get up and move over to the other side and kind of sit your butt down, the train seems to slow with you. The world seems to right set. The light turns from red to yellow. Next stop, South Vale Station. Next stop, South Vale Station. You hear the squeaking of the wheels as the train slows.
Looking at, because I feel like he would have put the map of where he should be going just written down on a marker on his arm.
Yeah.
He's going to check to see if this is like anywhere close. Is this where he should be?
You are probably a good 25 stops away from where you should be. You can actually see it. There's a little electrical map on the top above the seats, and you are far beyond where your stop was. Skyler, you notice that all the times that you've gone to your parents' house, you've never stopped at South Vale Station. You've never even heard of South Vale Station.
She's going to peer out a window. Does it at least look like something that should be out here? Maybe it's a new station?
It's really hard to see, mostly because of all the soot that has collected on the side of the window. You can try to squeegee with your hand, but it seems to be on the other side of the window.
That makes sense. Well, if we've stopped at the station, she's gonna just sort of get up and peek her head out of the car.
Through the door?
Yeah, she'll get up and just sort of look out the door, see if there's a conductor, ask them.
That's very reasonable. That's very reasonable, Skyler. I'm going to ask you one question, though. How are you going to peek out the door when the door has been closed this entire time?
Well, I mean, there's got to be a handle or something to open it. We're not trapped.
Are you going to pull it open?
Yeah, she's going to turn the handle, pull it. A rational person.
It opens for like an inch. And then something is stuck. You can hear this kind of rusty crunch as it opens just 1 inch.
Is it opening out or into the train?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a sliding open door. So it's
Okay.
It's kind of sliding this way. So there's a
it's
1-inch crack that's open right in front of
Okay.
you.
The door's stuck. She
No,
says to the car at large.
No, it's not. Simon will get up and just kind of placing both fingers on, just kind of try to wrench it free.
Do me a favor and let's act under pressure here. So that is going to be add coolness.
Oh,
to your
yeah. Okay,
2d10.
I see it now. 18.
You put your hands in between the door and you start kind of pulling with all of your might. The crunching you definitely hear, and you can almost feel like there's something in the way of the rail that keeps that door to slide free inside of the train.
Yeah.
It feels as if the machine has broken, and you really need to force it with your will.
Yeah, he'll try to pull it and then try to slip on through the crack to get to the other side.
Yeah, you're able to kind of squeeze in and then use your foot to like help open that door just a few more inches. It's open probably a good 2 feet now, and you can slip through.
Yeah, he'll step out onto the station and look around.
Skyler will follow, if only because she doesn't actually want to get stuck in the car. There's something wrong with the door. So she's going to sort of shout back to Nikki, hey, do you want to I'm going to move up to the next car. You want to come? Don't want to actually get stuck.
Yeah, sure. So I get up and I follow.
So all of you just kind of slip out the door?
Yeah, to move up to the next car.
Cool. Are you leaving all your stuff here, or did you all bring your stuff?
I grabbed my duffel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little carrier bag I have.
Yeah. Well, you're looking around, and this place looks like it hasn't been used in years. It's very dirty, very filthy. There's cobwebs all over the place. You can see there's there's this kind of a big sign on a broken tiled wall that says Barker Ave, and all the tiles have been either shattered or broken, cracked. You can see the concrete on the other side creeping out. There's some kind of mildewy rust that's leaking down the wall. There's an ambient light glowing from nowhere. Doesn't really seem to be any kind of source lights on the floor or any hanging lights from the ceiling. This room seems to glow, and the grime reflects the light onto your faces.
Hello?
Hello? Hello? You could hear the echo through the tunnels.
Ew. Swiping away cobweb. Ew.
I'm assuming a conductor or somebody came through to punch our tickets or something. How long ago was that?
That had to have been, gosh, hours ago.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Can we get... Oh, go on.
Do you guys know where this place is?
It's new to me?
No clue.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm just going to move up to the next car and sit tight.
So as you move up to the next car, you notice that there really is no other car in front of it. There's the car that you came from, the next car connected to it, but no other cars beyond it. It's
So
just
no
a
engine?
black tunnel that goes down. There was only 2 cars here, Skyler. And you walk up to the second car and you want to do what exactly?
I want to open the door and step in. She's assuming that this is somewhere she can sit safely. If there's only the 2 cars, that the conductor has to be in the other one.
Let's slow time down for a moment because this is very important. As you're walking into the door, because the door is wide open on that second car, that's when you notice that there is no car connected to the front. How exactly did that make you feel as you were passing through into the next car? Did that distract you? Did that give you any kind of indication of anything?
So there's no engine? There's no propulsion for the train? That would be very disconcerting.
And imagine your thoughts would probably reel around this idea and you would just go into that train car and sit down.
Yeah, that shouldn't work. There should be an engine.
So as Skyler is doing that, Nikki, what are you doing?
I'm just looking around. I'm mainly looking at Simon, and I'm just like, no, this looks real sus. I don't trust neither one of y'all at this point.
I don't trust you. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're a danger to me. You certainly lack a sense of humanity that makes you push someone away when they need help. And this is a very stressful situation, so it doesn't feel like I can rely on you. I'm going with Skyler. I think she has a much better head on her head. I'm sorry, and he'll just kind of walk away towards where Skyler left off to.
She's just sort of staring at the wall, and as she sort of sees you come in, she's gonna, how are we moving? It's just the 2 cars. We shouldn't have been. How did we get here? What happened to the engine?
Simon will look out. Is that true for him as well?
Yeah. So when you're walking into the train, into that car, the most bizarre thing about it is not the fact that there is no train in front. It's the fact that Skyler is sitting inside of a train car that looks to be completely covered in viscera or some kind of fluid on the floor and the walls and the ceiling. There's a crust on all of the places where you would put your hand. The seat that she's sitting in looks like it was on fire at one point.
She hasn't noticed.
Skyler, what are you doing? Why are you sitting there?
What? And
Look,
she looks around.
Girl, I don't think you're supposed to be there.
Skyler, you see it. You're definitely in a very disgusting, very burnt out train car.
Oh, ew.
What are you?
She'll get up and sort of like do that awkward sideways walk out of the seat and into the aisle. Be like, the fuck did this? I guess this would be why the train stopped.
Maybe we got some sort of chemical in the ventilations in the train cars or something, and we're hallucinating. That could really be the only answer to this situation, right?
It has to be this has to be some high shit. We cannot really be saying this.
Does the damage look old?
On inside of the train car, it looks like it's been there for quite a while. There's very dried parts. However, there are puddles. It could be rusty water. There's actually a hole kind of right left of center where the path to walk out of the train is, kind of your footpath. You almost put your foot into it, and that's entirely filled with some kind of dark red fluid. Would you like to put your hand in the hole?
No. No, she's going to step over that and go, okay. Do we go back to the other car, or do we look for someone?
I think we should leave the train. Maybe there's a motel or something that we can spend the night at, and hopefully this wears off by then. I don't know if it would be okay for us to be this messed up on a train. Who knows what people are seeing now? It's
Okay. Skylar's going to pull out her phone and see if she can pull up like GPS or Waze or something to figure out where they are. Find a hotel.
Yeah, you don't have any cell service, so there's just kind of that red ring of thought, that carousel of death, that note that lets you know you are far from home and far from signal. However, the basic functions of your phone does work. Your light, for one, probably would work.
Okay. Yeah, she'll turn on the flashlight, but before she does, she's going to shoot a text off to her sister, who would have been waiting to pick her up at the station, and go, hey, train got held up at South Bale Station? ? Gonna be late.
You immediately get a response that looks like that Zalgo text. It's all just this crazy, crunched up, reverse numbered exclamation points and various wingdings.
She's going to reply, haha, very funny, and turn on the flashlight.
Flashlight turns on and the room is lit. You can see a little bit better now.
Yeah, Simon will reach into his messenger bag and pull out a phone just like this. He flips it open. He doesn't put in the password, but he just kind of scrolls down to get the flashlight and then uses it as a light.
Yeah, that turns on as well. Nikki, what do you do?
I'm just looking around, trying to get a better understanding of where I am, where I can go.
Can you roll plus perception for me? If you're looking around, getting a feel for your surroundings, a place, a path, an exit, home.
13.
13. Okay. Well, you get one question. You can ask any question you want related to your observation. What is that question? Doesn't have to be on the list. If you're looking at the list, it can be a question of your own making.
Do we see anything that's like an emergency exit anywhere nearby?
Yes, you do. There's a sign all the way down a little hallway entrance area. You can see the half of an exit sign hanging from the ceiling. The familiar red glow of safety in this direction.
Okay, so I kind of tap Skyler and point her in the direction of that exit.
Cool. Skyler will head that way.
Yes.
As you're walking through, you can actually see there's like a ticketing booth with one of those glass glass windows, so like a little metal disc with holes in it. That if there was someone on the other side, you could speak with them. However, there is no person, but you do see another red glow. There's a kind of red glow coming from underneath, from the floor in that booth, and you're passing the door, which would be the entrance point to that little booth.
What day of the week is it? I'm trying to figure out if there should be rush hour, like commuters. If it's during that, if it's 6 p.m.,
Yes.
if they're if it's a weekday, there should be commuters or someone manning the ticket booth.
It's a Friday.
That's weird. She's gonna knock on the glass. Like maybe they stepped out, but there should be someone.
That's interesting. There doesn't seem to be an answer.
Okay. She's gonna... No, go on.
No, I was going to say, would you like to open the door?
Yeah, she's at this point a little bit worried that something has happened to the person who should be manning the ticket booth.
Thankfully, the door's unlocked. The three of you hear that clink of the door opening. And as you enter, you are met with a large painted red circle on the floor. Strange symbols surrounding it. Kind of gives you a nice warm feeling. And sitting in the middle of that red circle is a piece of paper. Would you like to pick up this piece of paper?
You gotta pick it up, Skyler.
Sure. Let's pick up the piece of paper in the friendly occult circle.
The closer you get to this occult circle, the more warm feeling you get. It kind of feels like when you eat too much chocolate and you get that funny feeling in your tummy.
Keeps the Dementors away.
Mm-hmm. And you pick up you equip the piece of paper into your hand. And it is a map.
Of
a map
what?
of the train station.
Okay. She shows it to her companions.
What's up? Is anything looking at the map? Is there anything like pointing to a motel or somewhere out of this place that might point to a place of civilization?
Would you like to look at the map closer?
Yeah, I'll look at the map closer.
You pull the map and equip yourself with this map and open it up and put it right in front of your face. And you can see one long access hall with 1, 2, 3, 4 doors. You can also see beyond one of the doors, there is a red circle.
That must be the exit. And he'll hand the map back to Skyler. I guess we can head over there, and hopefully there's something there.
Yeah, have you guys seen any other people?
No.
It's rush hour on a Friday.
I didn't realize it was Friday.
Okay.
Where would you like to go?
That red circle.
Sure.
Well, if you're here at the Barker Street Southville station, the red circle is far through the access hall. On the other side of the hall.
Sounds good.
So you make it through a hallway. You have to kind of zigzag through the halls. There's a path that goes left, a path that goes right. There's one path that's completely blocked.
By what?
It looks like cloth.
Like a curtain?
Like a large pillowcase. Or a bag.
Yeah, he'll kind of try to grab it and pull it down.
It's really warm, and it reacts to your touch. It moves and writhes against your hand. you could hear a creamy, crinkling sound behind the skin that you just grabbed.
What is this? Oh, God.
It looks like a curtain.
No, it is not a curtain. It'll take a few steps back. That's something else. It just it responds to my grabbing it. It's like Frosted Flake cereal. It's just like cream and oh God, it's like the Langoliers, like how you imagine those things to be like. It's oh God,
I don't know, guys. I'm just getting like.
Oh hell no!
Have you guys ever read the Dark Tower, Stephen King? Like they're on a train, and at some point they get off the train and they enter a world that's kind of like ended. I think it's like the world that happened after the mist or the fog or the stand or something like that.
that's
The
the second King reference of the night, and it can't be connected because I don't want to be any related to whatever story he crafts. I don't want to be associated with that story. This is the real in the now, and this has to be just some abandoned station that we got dropped on for some ungodly no reason. Do you touch it?
I'll pass on that. I believe you. I don't want to do that. Let's just keep going. I just mean we should be aware that maybe something fucked up happened here.
That we're in a different world or different place, different time.
I don't fucking know. But, like, this doesn't feel like home.
Nikki, you're educated. What do you think?
I don't know. Okay. I know I don't know you guys too well, but she's starting to panic.
If you're starting to panic, Nikki, roll plus willpower for me to try to keep it together.
Now we're all gonna panic.
If this squirmy, fleshy, breathing bladder that's threading itself between the bits of the wall and tile, it's exposing its strange parts to the three of you. If that's making you upset, you should definitely try to keep it together.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. That sounds crazy.
You said willpower, right?
That's plus willpower. Roll your 2d10s and add your willpower points to that.
18.
Yeah, in fact, Skyler, if you want to roll 2, that's probably a good idea.
13? 13.
13. Nikki, you got an 18?
Mm-hmm.
I got a 3.
Okay. Simon.
do.
Simon. There is there's a reminiscent feeling that you're feeling. It's boiling deep inside of you. You're remembering things, times where you felt threatened, times where you felt cornered. You're in a hallway, and you feel cornered, like a trapped dog. And you minus one stability, and you become very angry. Nikki, you have a kind of iron grit. Maybe this is so surreal. Maybe this is one of those situations where you just kind of gotta keep on moving. You said, "Oh hell no! Oh hell no! Let's keep this fucking train rolling and let's get the fuck out of here." Skyler, you said you had a 13?
13.
Okay. Well, you get a -1 stability. You start becoming a little scared, just a little bit, a little nervous. Simon, what do you do?
Yeah, Simon is frustrated by this whole thing. He's going to approach this creepy skin thing and something that he's used to. He pummels his fist against the flesh and just starts smashing his hand again and again into this fleshy piece of disturbance.
You could hear the cries of pain. Nikki, I'm sorry.
I put both of my hands like right here on his shoulders. And I'm like, hey, and come on, get it together. We can't do this right now. I know. Come on.
He's gonna turn,
I'm trying to
like
calm him down.
he's got tears on his eyes as he like grabs onto your shirt with his fist raised up. I need things to start making sense here. I can't. I just can't.
We're gonna get out of this. We need to stick together. We need to get our heads together. Come on. Don't do this on me now.
I mean, do you know why God was created?
Wait, what?
God was created by man because it allows us to believe that the things that we've done on earth, that there will be a consequence for. And it's not for the punishment of others, it's a punishment for ourselves. I just can't stop thinking about that.
Skyler is actually looking at the fleshy bladder. Has it bruised, or does it seem to have reacted at all?
With each punch, there was a cry that came from inside of the walls.
Oh, great.
There's a squelching and a bruising. You can actually see exactly the spots that he punched in a kind of round bruise that immediately develops on the skin of this thing that tightens up, and the blood has rushed to the bruise points.
Okay, first off, gang, let's step away from the creepy flesh wall.
Fair.
And move along.
All right. I guess we're this way, right?
Yep. We're going in whatever other direction there is.
As you're making your way through the rusty brick road of the hallway, you can see the concrete has, maybe there's a leak here or something, but every couple of feet there seems to be a new drip of rust. This place smells old and unused and dirty. If you look at the map, you reach a door. It says maintenance on the map. Would you like to open the door?
Yes.
You open the door. It's filled with boxes, crates. There are these old juice boxes. Welch's grape juice. All empty. There's another box. Let's potato chips. Get your damn hands off my Let's. Also empty. A couple of bottles in the ground. They look like they could be full of something.
Does it look like there's enough of the juice and the potato chips that someone was here for a while? Or does it look like they just ducked in to have a snack while they were working?
It looks like the person that ducked in here to have a snack did this about 45 years ago.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. She's looking for, it's a maintenance room. She's looking for some kind of, something to make her feel a little bit more secure. Maybe whatever's around.
And what would you two like to do while she's looking around?
Is there a door leading out where the red kind of circle indicated?
There's like a little electrical door.
He'll try to like push it open if possible.
It slides to the right, slides to the left. Doesn't actually open, just kind of swings back and forth, but as it swings, you can see there's a hole in the concrete. Would you like to put your hand in that hole?
Yeah. It's like reaching out.
Now, your hand pushes through what could only be described as a silicon-like membrane. It's wet, and there are things tickling your knuckles. It could be bugs. It feels like you're putting your hand through an insectoid biology. It's an alien place that you should not be inside of. But you do feel something hard, like metal.
He'll push against this metal. Is it something he can move?
Yeah, it moves left, right, backwards, and forwards. You can actually pick it up and pull it out if you'd like.
Oh yeah, just kind of wrench it free or whatever this is.
It's a revolver.
And he'll turn the side of the cylinder to see if it has any rounds in it.
Yeah, there are 6 bullets inside.
Skyler, Nikki, I found something. I'll hold it up.
Are you comfortable with it? I don't know how to use it.
I'd rather not. Someone
Okay.
take it, please.
I'll hold my hand out for it.
Yeah, he'll put it in Nikki's hand. It's got 6 rounds in it. I don't know. There's just like this, and he'll look at his hand. Is there any residue from where he grabbed on, or?
Oh yeah, there's it's like a brown slime all over your hand.
What is this?
Nikki, you take the gun?
I do.
Now, from what I understand, would you be too familiar with something like this?
No.
That's what I thought. Skyler, what did you get when you rolled?
Rolled for what? I'm sorry.
Your observe. I'm sorry, maybe I didn't ask. I'm sorry. If you could roll your plus perception.
8.
8. Well, you find a knife. Next to the knife, there are 3 bottles. Let's say health drink with a little red cross and a sealed top. And they look fairly new.
Okay. She'll take the knife, put it in the side of her duffel, I guess, that she has sort of slung over herself, and grab the bottles, stow those, maybe carry one at the very least. She can. She's a bartender. She's probably hit someone with a bottle before.
Definitely. What do they call that? Like an old Western ship you can smash
yeah. Wine
Nikki,
bottles don't actually break that way, or at least not that easily. But we'll see how it goes.
It may take a few times.
Yeah. Nikki,
while you were looking around, you were able to see there was a rusted pipe kind of leaning up next to the door. It looks like the rustiest and sharpiest part of it was completely wrapped in electrical tape, kind of like a handle, almost the size of a bastard sword, a hand and a half.
I take it and I hold it out to Simon and are you comfortable with this? We may need it.
Why? Well, why do you think? God. Okay. Sure. He'll grab onto it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I've got a knife and a bottle. We all agreed this is not a safe place, and we should be ready to do something. Yeah?
It looks like with everything around us, the indication is that violence is going to happen.
Okay, cool. Wanted to make sure I wasn't just woo on that.
Why is this happening to us? Why are we here? You've read the books, Skyler. Why would we be here?
I don't know. I don't have gun shells in my ears or anything like that. I remember the face of my father. I don't know why I'm here.
So we're just fucked, I guess. Unlucky. Lost the roll of the die.
That's how the best
Maybe it's what we
protagonists
deserve.
happen.
Yeah.
Where do you go from here?
Did Simon successfully open that door?
I think there's just a hole on the other side of the swinging door. Is there a way for me to clear more of the space for us to pass through?
There really is no door. There's an electrical panel that you swung to the side to find that hole. There are crates and shelving units. This is really simply just an elaborate closet.
Why was it? And this is where the circle took us, right?
No, this is just the first door that you pass through the hallway.
Ah, okay, got it.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep heading towards that circle then.
Yeah.
Going down.
You walk out the door. You pass a big open access area with a big sign that says King Street Station on it. Do you keep going forward down the hallway, or are you gonna?
King.
I
mean, King Street sounds like where we need to go.
King Street Station? But weren't we? Okay, is this like? I'm sorry. Is this more like a subway or a train station?
This feels very much like an underground subway than an actual train station.
Okay. Cool.
Would you like to look at the map?
Cool. Sure. Is King Street anywhere near that red circle?
It wasn't the first time you looked at the map. But now, as you open the map, you can see there's more of the map revealed. And you can see a big open square that goes just to the right of the hallway, kind of halfway between where you were and where you're going. The red circle is still on the end of the hallway, and you're kind of at the midway point through the hall. And you can see King Street Station to the right.
She blinks at the map and says, okay. Let's just keep going towards the red circle. It's that way. And she gestures towards the circle. She knows the map has changed, but she doesn't want to freak anyone else out any more than she needs to, so she will not ask them to look at it. She's going to hold on to that. She's going to hold on to that.
That might be a good idea.
Moving forward.
You pass by another door on the left-hand side. There are actually two big double doors, big steel double doors with a huge padlock that's opened.
Is this? I guess this place was closed down. He'll approach and pull off the padlock and the chains if possible.
It's fairly easy. In fact, the chain and the padlock disconnect. The padlock rolls to the floor. You can see bits of metal kind of fall off of it. It's a really old padlock. The chain feels very sturdy, though. If you'd like to hold on to it, you can.
Yeah.
You open the door, and it's definitely a large boiler room. There's pipes exposed in the wall. You could feel the moisture of the room. There's a lattice work of piping that's completely exposed. There's a big boiler in the center of the room. Are you going to enter the room? The rest of you?
Yep.
Is the boiler functioning?
You could hear a slight hum.
That would be the first thing they've seen that's working. That would imply there's someone looking after it.
Why is I don't know anything about trains, but aren't we past boilers and such? Aren't they like electric or what's the point of this room? I'm just gonna start looking around. Like, does this place have an exit? I need to get out of here.
Now, it feels like you're on kind of a platform. There's a grating underneath your feet. You can see it goes all the way down to nowhere. But the pipes all go down with it. You can see big steel pieces of rebar sticking out. And you see movement, Simon. A couple of yards away from you.
Hello?
Hello?
Did you guys see that? There's something out there. And he'll take his flashlight and just kind of try to shed some light as he takes a few steps forward.
Yeah, there's you can see the flashlight beam hit this movement. This strange man that's hanging, is holding on to some kind of wheel. And with his other hand, he's holding on to another wheel, and it looks like he's twisting them in opposite directions. He's wrapped in burlap and leather. And he's got a chain hanging from his neck that goes all the way down the hole. His face is completely covered with some kind of burlap sack or some kind of stained cloth.
What the? Are you okay?
He turns his head in an impossible, quick, fast motion. It almost looks like his head completely vibrates to move it off his neck and twist it completely around like an owl. And he lets go and falls, taking the chain with him.
What just happened?
Did any of us see that other than Simon?
Well, let's think about this here. Nikki, when you walked into the room, were you looking for anything? Were you walking into the room or were you waiting out in the hallway? And Skyler, same question.
I walked in last. I'm behind everybody. I'm mainly I was looking for movement. I had the gun in front of me just in case.
Okay. And what about you, Skyler? Were you kind of keyed into the room with Simon, looking where he was looking as he was turning the flashlight on?
She is worried that at some point her phone is going to run out of power, so she's more keeping an eye out for like a flashlight or something. It's a boiler room. There's bound to be something like that around if she didn't find it in the maintenance.
Yeah. So Simon, it looks like Nikki might have been the only one that would have paid enough attention to you being alarmed. Maybe Nikki, you saw it, but Skyler, maybe you were too distracted looking around the boiler, kind of trying to see if there's any tools or toolboxes or anything to a fucking plug to charge your goddamn phone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find any of that.
Oh, that's a shame.
You don't see the movement either. Nikki, I think maybe you did. How does that make you feel, Nikki?
That I need to keep my guard up.
Good idea. Simon, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, he's cracking. Is he like looking to the other two? Like, did you see what I just saw, and can you make sense of it?
I'm looking for a plug or a flashlight or something. I didn't see anything. Did you see someone? Whoever's been taking care of the boiler?
Something like that.
Yes, who's ever been taking care of the boiler. I like that. I like that for this strange man. As you walk out of the room, two double doors, the flashlights are flashing, flickering. In fact, you're positioned in such a way where you can see right into King's Station. There's a man, kind of, hanging, swinging, moving. He looks angry in the face. It's bloated, it's purple. His feet are bulbous and swinging. He moves as if he's hanging from some kind of invisible rope, hanging on an invisible beam in the ceiling that's moving along with him. He moves faster as he sees you, towards all three of you, from King's Station, towards you. What do you do?
And Simon's taking several steps back behind Nikki with the gun.
This gentleman does not look friendly. He looks like he should have been asphyxiated. And Skyler really has no interest in talking to them, and she's looking for a way out.
Well, there's only one way out, and that would be to the left down the hallway. Nikki, what do you do?
I'm making that left.
So you run.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yow!
We are not heroes.
Let's roll plus willpower, everybody. Let's roll to actually, I'm sorry, act under pressure. That's going to be plus coolness. Keep your cool. Run away from the shunned man with the bloated purple face.
12?
12.
$11.
11. Nikki, what did you get?
3.
3. Oh, Nikki. Oh, no. Okay. The shunned man runs towards you. Something happens. All three of you just go to book it to the left at the same time. It's almost comical if you weren't being chased by some strange, ugly, frightening creature like this. It would be really funny. Like Scooby-Doo, all three of you bump into each other and fall onto the ground.
Okay, I'm like pushing people out of my way. God damn it.
Nikki, the shunned man is closest to you and he swings his feet and throws it down onto yours. Can you roll plus reflexes? You hear him moan. As the two bulbous feet slam down on yours. You'd like to roll away? Roll plus reflexes. That's you, Nikki. 2d10.
Oh, that's
add plus
me?
reflexes. That's you.
Oh, okay. And you said reflex? Okay. 17.
17. Well, you're able to scoot your feet. You're young, you're nimble, you're scared as hell, and you've got a gun in your hand. And you move your feet out of the way. Would you like to make a shot? or would you like to run?
I surely would.
All right.
Nah, I'm shooting him.
Okay, make your shot. We're going to engage in violence here. So why don't you add violence?
Okay. Add violence. Okay. 12.
12. He gets shot. You hear, "Hua!" And he goes to grab you. And you're able to stand up and either jump back, run away, or shoot him again. Skyler and Simon, at this point, you probably are standing up. And what would you like to do?
At this point, I think Skyler would just let Simon go through the door first, and she'll, assuming that's what Simon does, she'll go through, but not just straight out run. She'll wait for Nikki.
Simon, what are you doing? What would you like to do?
There's some guilt in his actions as he turns around and whips his chain to try to slam it down onto this individual assaulting us.
So as you roll plus violence for me. Nikki, what are you going to do?
How close is he to me?
He's about a foot away from you. He's very close. Okay. Yeah, you can smell the dried blood on his old cotton shirt. It used to be white. Now it's more of a kind of a blackish brown color.
Where did the bullet hit him?
Where did the bullet hit him? Right in the chest. You could see the bullet hole. There's like a kind of a purple jelly leaking out of it.
Okay. I'm gonna try to shoot him again. I'm gonna try to kind of, hopefully the next shot kind of pushes him back some, give us some space so we can run.
Okay. So roll plus violence for me. Simon, what did you get?
Got a good old 13.
A good old 13.
13. Yeehaw.
All right. Well, the chain whips around his neck and you hear him. Whoa! It definitely made contact, but it wrapped around his neck as well. And he starts swinging and swinging and swinging and pulls you toward him. Then you fall flat face into his belly. And your face kind of sinks into his gut a little bit. Some of the purple jelly gets into your mouth.
He's sputtering and spitting. He'll just like that chain around that person's neck and just start squeezing and closing his eyes.
You're gonna like pull down like Jabba?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So Skyler, what are you doing as you see this? Nikki makes her shot, and let me know what you got for plus violence. But Skyler, while this is happening and Simon is kind of wrapping the chain around his arm and trying to squeeze the creature's neck, what are you doing?
She's not fantastic at enacting violence. So they said they had seen somebody. She's gonna keep an eye out to make sure that there isn't anyone coming down the hallway, that there aren't any more of these creepy, awful, hanging, bloated individuals. She'd probably get in the way of a gun. She doesn't want to get shot. So
you're probably moving far away from the action, close enough to observe, far away from the action to kind of let things happen. But if anything else happens, you can kind of do something about it, right?
Precisely, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nikki, what did you get?
11.
11. You make your shot. In fact, you're able to squeeze off 2 shots. But he throws up. Projectile vomits all over you. Roll to keep it together for me.
It's plus willpower.
Plus willpower.
13.
13. Well, you lose one stability. You become very you become very scared. This is now becoming very real to you. It's disgusting, but it's also frightening. Simon, what did you get?
14.
14. All right, you're able to squeeze him so hard that the chain pulls right through his neck and releases his body from his head. His head hangs from his invisible rope, and his body falls to the ground and slumps and melts as roaches crawl out of the inside of his skin, taking pieces away with them into the various holes into the corner of the room. Skyler, there's nobody coming up behind you. This was the only person that was in the room with you. It smells like ether. It smells like sulfur. Nikki, you're covered in vomit. And, well, Simon, your face is covered in blood. And you kind of smell like that shunned man. This is where we're going to take a moment. This is where we're going to take a break. This is where we're going to hit pause on our game. So for all of you who are watching, we're going to take about 5 minutes and we will be right back. But don't go anywhere. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us on Twitter at Gehenna Gaming. This is Silent Hill, our KULT Divinity Lost miniseries, and we will be right back. welcome back. Thank you for waiting. I noticed that a lot of people were hanging out in chat waiting for us to come back. So it means a lot to me. It means a lot to us that you'd hang out and keep watching. This is, for those who might be just joining us, Silent Hill, our KULT Divinity Lost mini-series. And when we last left our merry band of heroes here, we're standing in an old, rusty, dank hallway in front of a subway station. And now there's a pile of viscera and bugs. You are tired. You are cold. And you are a little stressed out.
Yeah. Simon's gonna start gagging with like this whatever the hell got into his mouth and trying to wipe off all the blood on his face.
Hey.
Back.
Oh god.
Skylar's gonna sort of glance at the odd bottle she picked up in the maintenance room and go, do you want this? Like, clear your throat, or it says it's a health potion? I don't know.
What the drinking? We just, like, didn't you find that? Where, I'd like some water or something. There's, everything here is gross.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay,
like
I still have the water I brought with me if you want it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And like just like spray it on his face and get the blood off of him. Like, actually, Nikki, you should keeping a little bit away. Like,
yes, because Nikki is completely covered in puke.
Yeah.
Wash. Rub my face. Pull my hair back into a ponytail.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
Why? What the fudge just happened? God. I don't know. It's
at this point, I'm taking the puke clothes off and I'm going into my book bag. I put on a tank top and I hand Simon a t-shirt.
Thanks. And he'll take his inside shirt off, but like switch it out and like have the ducky shirt on the outside.
Is it what kind of shirt? Is there anything on the front?
Of his for Nikki's?
Yeah, Nikki, was there anything on the front of the t-shirt?
A strawberry.
The big red strawberry and a ducky shirt over it. I think it's fitting.
Yeah, I'm like, fits well. Yep.
Where do you go from here? Just to kind of orient yourself. If you're looking at the map, you're kind of looking around. You can see behind you is the boiler room. In front of you is the King Street station. And to the left is the hallway. The end of the hallway would be where that red circle is, which was, I believe, you said was the original goal.
Yeah. So let's head that way until we need to come up with another plan. Hopefully we don't need another plan.
Yeah.
You move down the hallway, and the hallway seems to kind of shrink in size as you're moving down it. It's long and it's concrete, and it used to be much, much wider. You could probably fit a car through the hallway back there before the boiler room. But as you're moving through and trying various doors that are most of them locked, the hallway's getting tighter and tighter. The three of you are having to stand closer towards one another as you're moving through the hallway.
I'm curious. I'd like to open up a few of these locked doors using my advantage.
Yes.
Burglary.
Yes. And I believe, what would you roll for that? I put that on your character.
It's my coolness.
Yeah. So you take out your lock picks and hunch next to a door and roll your plus coolness.
13. So I get 2 options, and I may spend any time during the scene. So the first option is definitely silently open a locked door. I'll keep the other one for later.
Great. Well, you're able to open up this locked door, and inside is a fairly plain office. It's a little messy. There's papers thrown all over the place on the floor, and dusty as hell. You could see ledgers and notebooks kind of piled up on 2 desks. An old telephone sits on one.
Yes. Gonna go to that telephone and just be like, is there a tone to it?
There is a tone, but it doesn't sound like a regular tone that you've heard before. It sounds more like a toot-toot, 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 toot-toot.
Is this like a rotary or like a payphone old?
Oh, it's an old school rotary phone, my friend.
Holy hell, I don't know how to use this. Attempt to do like any number, like 911 or something, like how the...
You hear a ringing.
Guys, I think we might have something here.
Rings twice, 3 times. Yes, hello.
Oh, thank God. Hey, my name is so 3 of us are we got stuck at where are we, Skyler? King Street.
Yeah, King Street Station.
King Street Station, and we're stuck here in this old abandoned station. We need help. We're not feeling well at all, and people are trying to hurt us. There's some crazy person out here. I don't know.
Son, calm down. You said a crazy person?
Yes. I'm maybe not crazy would be the appropriate. Someone who wished us harm.
Someone who wishes harm. I'm sorry. Who are you trying to reach?
The police, emergency services, a taxi I would settle for.
Oh, there haven't been taxis here for quite some time.
Uber?
I'm sorry. King's Street? There is a King's Street. That's on the other side of town. The old part of town. I don't know if there's even a station there.
Well, we're here. Can you send someone, anyone?
Anyone that I would send merely wouldn't make it back alive. You know this.
No, why? What? Why wouldn't they come back alive?
Oh, well, no one comes back alive from King Street Station.
Well, we're here and we're alive.
That's not possible. There is no way. Clearly, you are not alive. Now, if you will please stop playing with the phone and go back to where you came from.
Hold on. Please, just send someone, anyone. Stop. People live here. We are alive. We're here. We need help. There's blood all over me. There's a young student here who needs help.
Oh, no. That can't quite possibly be true at all.
Do you have we don't get service on our cell phones. Can we send you a picture or something as proof? I don't know what to do to convince you. We need help.
Yes, give me the phone. Give me the phone.
Just like hands over the phone.
Hey, so we got stuck here with the train, and there's someone that tried to kill us, and there might have been a fire or something gross, and so it sounds like you're not really listening to Simon at all, but where can we go if you won't send somebody?
I'm sorry, miss. You're going to have to slow down. You're going to have to slow everything down. Slow the world down. Down deeper. Deeper still. You're getting more sleepy. You're getting more tired. There is no hole in the ground. There is only one machine. Only one world. Only one place that you can go. And that's home. Home. Home again. Jiggity jig. Home again. Jiggity jig. Can you roll to keep it together, Skyler?
Sure. $18.
18.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's clearly speaking nonsense.
Yeah. Is there someone else I can talk to?
There is no one here but you. You and your friends are the only ones. Goodbye. We know what you did. Click.
Did they say something? Are they coming?
That they're not coming. They're fairly convinced that we aren't here. I think we're on our own. But she's gonna try her sister's number.
There's really no tone on the phone. You can turn the dials, but nothing really happens. It doesn't really seem like the phone's plugged into anything. I mean, it's plugged into the wall, but there's really no electricity coming through into this room. This room is only lit by your cell phones.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
Did I hear correctly when wasn't it said that there's a compass there?
I'm sorry, Kitty. Can you ask that again, Nikki?
Wasn't there a compass there? Did I hear that correctly?
There were in the room. There were papers. There were ledgers and books piled up on two different desks, and on one of the desks there was a phone. There's also a filing cabinet, and a big map on the wall.
Okay, I'd like to look at the map.
You'd like to look at the map? Well, it's a giant map of Silent Hill, Maine. It looks like some kind of zoning map with various pipes, kind of where electrical and piping and sewage moves from area to area.
Okay,
Big,
I'd like to
big lake in the middle called Toluca Lake.
Okay. So I called Skyler over to kind of look at the map.
I take out the station map that I have and try to see where it would maybe be on the larger map, figure out where we are in context of that.
Okay. These two maps are very different. One map is a map of the building that you were in.
Mhm.
This map is kind of more of a bird's eye view of a city zoning.
Okay.
So there are districts that are marked. You can see kind of old Silent Hill. You can see, Toluca Lake goes down to the South Vale area. South Vale Station is probably where you would be. That's probably around the area that you would be, but there doesn't really seem to be any markings of buildings or specific places or individual buildings or anything like that.
Okay. Well, Skyler will at least kind of point to the area where probably are based on the name and go, okay, so maybe we're somewhere around here. But like, where are we going?
Out away. That's all I can think about. She said that people don't leave this place alive, so there must be something wrong here, and we might even be dead.
I'm fairly sure that we're not dead. So let's keep acting under the premise that we're alive and we should get out of here.
Did she say anything cryptic, or does anything stick out to what she said to you?
She sang a nursery rhyme? Home again, jiggity jig, that one.
Okay.
Does that mean anything to anyone?
No.
All right.
And Skylar doesn't say anything about it, but she's definitely thinking about the last thing that they said, that they know what she did. So that definitely makes her feel tense, but she's not going to say anything about that.
Might
Is there
be for
anything in the
best.
file cabinet?
You can see various files of just kind of ledgers of places that were cleaned, places that were worked on. You can find another file that talks about a bunch of sinkholes in various areas. Certain areas of the station that have been blocked off.
What are the dates?
1935, 1966, 1999, 1850 comes up. So looks like some kind of receipt from a place called the Museum of Historical Materials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's been here for some time. 1990, though. Is that as far late as it goes?
That's as far. 1999 is as far late as the as any of the dates that you found goes. Yeah. Nothing past that. If there's any dates, that's the kind of, I guess, early or
the most recent.
Nearest one. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. The most recent.
All right. He'll put the papers back. Let's just continue going down the hall.
Yep.
You guys keep going down a hall, and you see the hallway has gotten so tight that you're literally shoulder to shoulder, pressing against one another. You could walk in a line, but there's something comforting about having fellow travelers next to one another in such a dangerous place. You're looking behind to make sure no one creeps up on you. Sure, Nikki, you're holding your gun out. Probably in an interesting way, in the way that someone who's never really been comfortable holding a gun before would hold it. There's a red door. You know, before all of this, red used to be an alarming color, but it seems to be that this color red is resonating something positive. It's a painted iron door. It's got a big iron rod holding the door closed and kind of locked in its place.
I guess hopefully this is the way out. Nikki, you want to help me lift this thing?
Sure.
You pull it off fairly easy. It's kind of heavy. Does definitely take two of you.
Yeah.
When you throw it on the ground, there's a sharp ding as it vibrates through the hallways. Kind of reminds you of like a dinner bell. But for whom? A dinner bell for whom? For whom does the bell toll?
Not for us. Not today. Nikki, did you want to open the door, clear it? I guess. I don't know. Let's figure out if the next spot, hopefully it's outside. I'd love some fresh air.
Okay, so I opened the door.
You hear a click as the door opens. Almost sounds like a door unlocking, an area unlocking. You make your way into the room, and it feels damp. It feels like you're walking on saturated cardboard. There's soft clay walls. There's some kind of slime growing on the side of it. It's a completely square room. And on the very opposite end of the door, there is a rusty ladder lined with red glowing lights. It's got to go up, I don't know, maybe 3 stories, about 40 feet high, toward a gray halo that you can see shining 3 stories up.
Oh, thank God. That must be the ladder up to the street.
Are the lights actually on? Because we haven't seen any hint of electricity until now.
The lights are on.
Okay, cool. That's good. That's good.
I'll start climbing it. I guess watch my back. I'll make sure this is safe and everything as he starts climbing. And it gives it kind of a little bit of jiggle just to get a sense of how sturdy it is.
Yeah, it kind of rattles just a little bit, but it feels almost as if only the bottom connection points seem to be loose. The rest of it seems fairly stable enough to hold.
All right. Okay, and he'll start going up.
Who goes next?
I'll go behind them.
Okay, Nikki. You grab onto the ladder. It vibrates against the clay wall. You touch some of the slime. Feels like algae, maybe. You make your way up. Okay, Skyler. Looks like it might be your turn, huh?
Yeah.
Join us, Skyler.
Yeah, she starts up the ladder.
Start moving up the ladder. You also touch the slime. Actually, you touch it kind of with your palm. It makes a little slippy as you grab onto the iron ladder. And all 3 of you are making your way up. Away from that hell place. Away from the train. Away from the danger. Towards safety, hopefully.
Oh yeah, definitely.
As you are crawling up the ladder, first, Skyler, you hear a crunch from down where you came from, like footfalls. You squish.
I don't
Hey!
think she... Okay.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Oh, she definitely looks.
It's kind of hard to make out his face. He's wearing a jumpsuit. Some kind of maintenance uniform, maybe? His long hair. Looks kind of familiar. Where do you think you're going?
Out, away, you should come. There's like creepy things down here that are like, trying to kill us.
Oh, I'm coming all right.
What?
I said I'm coming all right.
Oh, fuck.
Nikki, what do you do when you hear that?
I'm still. Am I still climbing up? Am I still on the ladder?
Yeah, all of you are on the ladder, and you all hear it.
I turn, look down.
It's also kind of hard to. It's also kind of hard to make out his face. The way his hair is falling. It's kind of in shadow. It looks familiar. Where do you think you're going? Simon, what do you do?
Who the fuck are you, man?
Just go, just go, just go, just go.
He just starts climbing as quick as possible, try to push the ceiling up.
I want all of you to roll plus coolness to act under pressure.
Oh yeah, cool as a cucumber. with a
5.
15.
15, 5, and Simon, what did you get?
20.
20. Well,
Glad I'm at the bottom.
I mean, Skyler, you see Simon and you see Nikki just whoop up that ladder. And you grab onto a rung and your hand slips from the slime that you just touched. And you begin to fall. It's not a graceful fall. It's not a smooth fall. You were desperately trying to grab onto each one of the rungs as you're falling. And you could hear him down there laughing. Simon and Nikki, you both make it to the top, to the halo, which is a hole, a gray hole. And you can make it out. Skyler, someone grabs your foot. Do you look?
Yeah.
Skyler, you know exactly who this is. Where do you think you're going? What do you do?
She kicks him with her free foot and tries to, like, in the face and tries to get away.
You kick him in his face. You kick this asshole, this douchebag, that predatory fuck in the face, and he falls. What do you do?
She starts climbing back up the ladder once her foot is free.
The adrenaline is pumping hard. You don't need to keep it together. Your coolness is pumping like crazy right now. You move up the ladder fast and quickly and desperate because something feels like this hole might close, that this halo might not be for you, that safety is no longer a familiar friend.
Simon's gonna reach out his hand back to help her get out.
You see through the hole, through a foggy hole, a hand that comes down from the heavens. What do you do?
She reaches for it. She'll take whatever help she can get.
You pull her up, Simon?
Mm-hmm.
There's a manhole cover next to the hole.
Close it. Close it, close it, close it, close it, close it.
Okay, God, he'll just start pushing it. Like, help me! Oh God!
She will help you. It's like, cause, like, that fucker's dead. That he shouldn't have been there.
What do you mean?
That guy, I know he's dead.
Nikki, you're looking around. And you're on a street. In a suburban town. What do you do?
I look around to see if there's anyone there, to see if there's people or just any sign of living people.
Can you observe a situation and roll your plus perception? Simon, I'm going to need you to act under pressure, roll coolness to put that manhole cover back on the hole because it's heavy.
13.
13. Well, Skyler's talking to you about something odd, but you were able to put it back. Skyler, what do you do?
Once that manhole cover is back on, she probably sort of skitters backwards on her hands, almost like a crab walk. She's just freaking out.
Can you roll your plus willpower?
Yeah.
Got to keep it together, sister.
17?
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucked up, but you're able to hold it together. Nikki, what did you get?
11.
Well, it's a good thing there's a big green sign in front of you. Otherwise, you would have no idea where you are. Do you know what that sign says?
What's it say?
Welcome to Silent Hill. There's no one on the street. In fact, it feels like it could be 5 in the morning or 7 at night. It's so overcasted and foggy. Everything has this kind of gray, desaturated look about it. You're standing at an intersection in the middle of a foggy New England town called Silent Hill. And this is where we're going to end our first episode of Silent Hill, a KULT Divinity Lost miniseries.
We made it. We're safe now.
Woo! Totally.
Silent Hill is known for their hospitality. We're fine.
Yeah, no more bad things. This is fine.
Yes, nothing bad happens in a foggy New England town.
God.
Let's go get a cookie at the bakery.
Yeah.
I am Mark Q. Anderson, the GM for this. But I want to go around to everybody and give you an opportunity to tell everyone who you are. Where can people find you? What do you have coming up in the future? Let's start with you, KittyKimchi.
All right. Well, my name is KittyKimchi, and as you know, I'm playing Nikki Alexander. You can follow me on Twitter at YepShe'sBlasian, and you can also catch me Friday nights around 6:37ish on Twitch, River Region Studios, Montgomery by night. I play Dr. Che, your not so friendly neighborhood gangrel veterinarian.
Hell yeah! And where can people find you, Mitch?
So of course people can find me at Penny for a Tale on the Twitters and all social medias. You can also find me on Weave the Tale, Penny for a Tale here at Gehenna Wednesdays, as well as Fable Forge and Onyx Path coming up on Mondays. You can also check me out on Twitter, especially because I have a TTRPG called Necropunk coming out May 12th. Which Gehenna Games is having a super fun time being a part of. So super excited. So just check that out on Twitter. You'll soon be able to check more out on pennyforatel.com. But for now, check out the Twitter. Yeah,
I think that this is probably a good place to announce that we are definitely going to be working on something very, very cool and very, very special for Necropunk. I have been so obsessed with this concept of this game, my friend, since you talked to us about it, and this is so cool. So everyone keep an eye out. Necropunk is a very, very cool concept. Go follow at Penny for a Tale to check out more. And what about you, Rosie?
Well, you can find me this weekend, Saturday, over on Carrying Comfort Studios, where I will be playing the final episode of our Werewolf the Apocalypse game. I am a Philodox eco-terrorist hacker, and we're gonna take on some nasty bloodsuckers, because
why the hell
evil.
not?
Why not?
Yeah,
we're werewolves. They're evil.
I feel like you two should fight.
Yeah. Well, I play vampire a lot too, but I'm not doing any of that streaming right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch me be a werewolf, and then we're here doing this for the next 2 Wednesdays. And then the Wednesday after that, on March 14th, you can watch me in Cypress and Steel on Carrying Comfort Studios, an actual play of Victorian Mage, where I will be playing a technocrat progenitor. That'll be fantastic. You should come watch it. And then starting on April 10th, you can watch me be a blood witch in Heart City Beneath on Carrying Comfort Studios. So that will be fantastic. That's coming together beautifully. We have a great cast, and I'm really looking forward to it. So you can find me on Twitter at mom_sized to continue seeing what I'm doing. And essentially all I do on my Twitter is retweet stuff that awesome people I play with do and let you know where you can watch me do awesome things.
Well, you have some awesome stuff going on in Carrying Comfort Studios. That's a big awooski to you, by the way.
Awooski! Yeah.
Of course, I'm Mark Q. You can find me on Twitter at Marchosius with 5s instead of S's. More important that you go follow at Gehenna Gaming. What do we have coming up? We have a lot of really cool stuff coming up. So, number 1, we have more Silent Hill. We have 2 more episodes to this scenario. This is going to be a good one. So thank you so much for watching. Keep watching. Tell your friends about it. You can check out, starting tomorrow, a 2-part Monster Horse story called Mantra. The first episode is going to be on March 25th. Second episode is going to be on April 1st, starring Wes Franks, Ellie Collins, Ian E. Muller, and Leslie Wombat. So definitely check that out. Yeah, that one's going to be really, really cool. I'm actually really, yeah. Wes is best. And bless this Wes. And also on Saturday, you can Saturday Night One Shots is coming back in a big way. We're going to be playing Liminal. If you've never heard of this game, it's a freaking dope game. I just found out about it recently. It's like a modern urban noir kind of urban fantasy. There's magicians, there's mages, it's if you like Mage and if you like World of Darkness, but you like something with a little bit more of a fantastical flavor and something with a little bit different, Liminal is something you should definitely check out. I'm super excited about that. On Sunday, we have even more fantasy horror with Warhammer, with the Darker Days Radios guys, and a whole bunch of other stuff coming up. Gehenna Academy, definitely check that out. Oh my God. And then if you are actually going to be watching this, if you're still watching right now, Mitch, where should people go to check out Necropunk?
Yes, so it's actually the first time it's ever been run by not the team in English, which is happening right now over at Level 1 Geek. So definitely check that out. It's going to be super cool. I'm super excited to see it happen.
Yeah, and this is, I mean, this is the first time anybody has ever seen this run on Twitch at all, right?
Yeah, so there was one time it was ran like about a year ago with the original creator, but it was kind of early days, and since they're Italian, it was kind of a little difficult to hear and understand. So this is the first time that like English speakers will be playing the game, so it'll be so cool to see it happen. And yeah, it's super exciting to see.
Well, that's really cool. So make sure you go check out twitch.tv/Level 1 Geek. That's LVL1 Geek. Go check that out after this stream. But otherwise, we'll see you guys next week for more Silent Hill. If you like this game, tell Helmgast and KULT that you love this game. Tell Konami that you love this game. And honestly, just honor Team Silent wherever you go, because they made an amazing setting. Thank you, everybody. I think that's it. I think we're